Well, hello again everybody. This is a wonderful ride, which is the fifth one in our Surrey Hills journey, and it starts at Bramley station and works its way through Hambledon, Dunsfold, Cranleigh, and then eventually via Wonersh back home. So you can see here we're in the south west of London really, near Guildford, in the edge of the Surrey Hills, and Godalming is quite a near town, but we're actually 4 miles south of Guildford. So we're starting near the top there at Wonersh, and then we're heading southwest and work our way round to Hambledon, which is very pretty, and then we cut across. We start heading east to Dunsfold, where they record Top Gear, around through Dunsfold. There's a tiny bit of main road there that you have to get onto the 281 for a bit, and then we head off towards Cranleigh, and just before Cranleigh you can see a little loop where we stop for lunch. And then the key bit is actually near the top, so we head back and we go up into the Surrey Hills, and you can see here we've got two like incursions into the hills. Now the second time we did this, we didn't do the second return, so the one on the right we do each time, and it heads up into quite beautiful countryside, but it's very, very steep. It's a typical Surrey Hills climb, and if you like climbing you will definitely enjoy that bit. That we descend down, a long descent down back towards Shamley Green, and this is the shorter route that we took, but you can head back up into the hills. So a really nice ride with plenty of opportunity for climbing at the end, and then just a quick stop off through Wonersh back into Bramley. So really nice route, almost exactly 50k all the way round. So now we're leaving Bramley station. Watch out here because there is a school right next to where we were parking, and that can slow you down quite a bit if the kids are coming out. But we head across the little roundabout where the garage is, and we're going now up a really steep hill past a whole load of quite smart houses through almost directly into the Surrey Hills. Really good sights to see, and a lot of those classic Surrey Hills sights, such as the wooden shuttered and clad buildings, big estates, fishing lakes, those sorts of things. But you can see the quality of the road is not too bad, and that's one of the reasons we make these videos, so you can see about road quality. Also for some of the other routes that we do, maybe if you're on a disability scooter. Now here we're going through a gorge, and it's really quite narrow, and there's all sorts of stuff falling down, so you've got very, very steep sides, so watch out for muck and rubbish that's falling down from the tops. But now we get back out into the countryside, and we're heading still south now, and you see we're going through some chalky land. You can tell that by the beech trees and the yew hedges that everybody has. So we crisscross the main road there, and we're now sort of heading out, and we do a little shuffle across another main road, and then we're following more back routes through these cuttings. And the aim is that really we're going to head all the way south and cut then round towards Dunsfold, which is where Top Gear is made. So we're now heading through these quieter roads. Really you don't have to think too much about traffic. The road quality is excellent and generally well serviced. You find that wherever the expensive houses are, for some unknown reason, the quality of the road is usually superb. Now at this point we were actually being followed by a hearse because there's a burial ground somewhere on our left, and we work our way up the hill past a couple of private schools, through more cuttings, following the route round, and again more cuttings through. Now in this village we're going to do a quick turn left. It's very easy to go straight on and add an extra loop there if you want to, but we're now turning around, and at the farm we now head back, and we're heading down now towards Dunsfold. You can see still the road surface is excellent, and there is no traffic. Very, very little traffic at all on the whole route. And this was done on a Tuesday after the schools have gone back, so everybody's back at work. It's like a normal working day. So we've now cut left, and we're now going to head across the back of the farms. Now we're on a slightly larger road and we're cutting over a canal that's nearby. We're hoping that we could actually use that for navigation, but sadly it's not accessible at any shape or form. But typical Surrey houses here, so very, very pretty. A little bit more traffic, so do be a bit wary. And then we have to hit some of the villages around here. This is very pretty. This is on the edge of Dunsfold. You could stop there for lunch, but we're going to carry on a little bit further and head towards Cranleigh for a new park called Knoll Park, where we're going to stop and have our lunch. So here we go. At this point a tree had fallen down across the road and they were just shifting it, and now we're heading in towards just south of Cranleigh, around the back roads here, and now heading up the final part. This road is a little bit more busy and we have to hit the 281 for a while and then cut across, and now we're back on the quieter roads heading towards Knoll Park. Road surface is breaking up on the edge here, and we've noticed before that when it gets wet you can't always see the puddles, so do be a little bit careful. But again, traffic is not too bad. So that was another tree that was down, and now we just head a little bit further up here, and then we're going to look out for Knoll Park, which is on our left. So up quite a steep hill, through another cutting, through the sand. Here we go, enter Knoll Park. You see there's some lavatories there, which can be very useful. And we cycled around, and there's a really nice park, lake. It's quite new. I got the impression it was built using money given by some developer, and it's set up as a wildlife reserve, so there's plenty to see and plenty going on. There's places to sit down, there's picnic benches, there's a coffee stop, there's lavatories. So now we're heading back on, and we're going to head into the town of Cranleigh, which we reach almost immediately. We go left here through a little bit of town, which can be a bit busy, and then just after this roundabout, not far on here, we're going to turn right and then head up past Cranleigh School. So here we go, we've head right up the hill, and suddenly we've left all the traffic behind again. Gets smarter and smarter, and here we've got the very expensive Cranleigh School on our left. If you have to ask the fees, you can't afford to go there, as they say. So we head up now, and we're ascending all the time, so be a little bit careful. Try not to stop on the side here, because particularly where the school is, they just don't like people stopping in case they're a bit weird. So we worked our way along, and then you suddenly turn into the middle of nowhere. So here we go, we did a right turn, and now this road is a very minor back road, but it's got some big houses on it, and a lot of small holdings where people have bought them, and it looks as if they're trying to go self-sufficient. So there's a lot of ascent here, and some of these hills are 7, 8, 10, 12, 14%. So just be a little bit careful, don't underestimate your abilities, or don't overestimate your abilities. It is very steep, but quite enjoyable and incredibly peaceful, and you can see the road is in an appalling state, but it does give you ideas of places that you can come in the future. And just watch out for traffic that tends to come quite fast around the corner. So there's a few passing spaces, and I would keep your eyes and ears open for when you might need them. But as we head towards the top, you see we get overtaken. We were now getting towards school chucking out time, and it was a very dark and dull afternoon. It was raining, and it wasn't long after this that we decided not to complete our double height, double climb that we had. So we've gone up this first climb that you can see, and we're still heading our way up towards the top. It is incredibly long and really, really steep. And then when we get towards the top, suddenly you find it speeds up. We go across open woodland, and here we are. We had a little stop there waiting for somebody to go past, and now we absolutely scream back down to the bottom of the hill. Be very, very careful, because you can see there's a strip of soft, very slippery mud in the centre of the road, and you're going at quite a rate, and there are cars coming back or heading up towards the school to collect their children. So we're now heading back really towards Wonersh and Albury and those villages down here. Very pretty, lots of horse riding going on, and quite a bit of roadworks because the side is collapsing the whole time. And at this point you could really consider whether to go off towards Blackheath or not. We decided, because it was just beginning to rain quite heavily, that we were going to give up. And 50k is not a bad start, but you can see it started to rain now. Water on the lens. But very pretty countryside, and keep your eyes open really for places where you might want to stop and go for a walk at other times of the year. It's wonderful for fungal forays up here underneath all the beach. Lots of things to find. But we're descending at a prodigious rate, so just be very careful, because you really cannot see what's around the next corner. Outskirts of Wonersh, which is a very, very pretty little village not far from Guildford. I think there's a seminary, St John's Seminary, where they train Catholic priests there. So here you can see, very pretty little village, and there's the seminary on our left, and we're now heading out back round the back towards Bramley, and we soon get back to the station. Here we are turning in, and we've got a chance to get the bike back on the roof of the car before the rain really sets in. But Bramley station is a car park that accommodates about a dozen cars. You do have to get there early if you want to avoid the schools, but it's a great ride. 50k, extendable in lots of different places if you want to make it a bit much, and it's on the edge of the Downs link, and you can cycle all the way along the railway line if you'd prefer. So great place to start and end a ride, and I'm going to get back to my car and have a cup of tea. So if you want to pick up the route here, we've got it available. You can see on the right hand side there, download the GPX file. It's available from the Paul and Diane on the Tandem page. Do go along there, pick it up. Don't forget, if you're watching this, that we'd love you to like and subscribe to our channel. I've literally got about 150 rides still to edit up, and we'll see how it goes now that winter's on its way and sickness is beginning to kick in. But anyway, love to see you again on one of these rides, so do keep your eyes open for us and say hello, and we'll see you on the next ride. Bye for now.